What's up, y'all? It's Jimmy coming to you guys with another video. Before we get into the video, as always, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And when you guys are hitting subscribe, please make sure you guys are hitting that notification button. So getting right into it, I have another video for y'all. This time it is a comparison, I'll say, on two of the most low-key but still at the same time hype shoes of 2022 and 2023. I'll say with both of these shoes, there has definitely been a resurgence in the whole athletic, athleisure, trainer wear, and I have done plenty of videos talking about both shoes, one being the New Balance 2002R and the other being the ASICS Kayano 14. And getting right into the meat of the video, here are the two shoes side by side. So I actually only have one pair of Kayano 14s, which I actually have done a review on, and a couple pair of 2002Rs, which I've done like a whole sneaker guide on. But I chose this pair in particular because I felt like the colorway was pretty similar to the Kayano 14s. So looking at them side by side, you guys can see that they are pretty similar in style. I'll definitely say in terms of hype, I do think that the 2002R is a lot more hype, in partially due to the protection pack that dropped I think a year and a half ago. And for the Kayano 14s, these are also still pretty hype for the Jown collab, but they still went pretty under the radar. So I really think the whole point of this video is, if you don't have either pair and you're wondering, do I want the Kayano 14s or the 2002Rs, and you're sitting here watching this video, hopefully watching this video can help you decide between the two, or honestly pick up both. The first thing I want to talk about is comfort. So with these shoes, I feel like one of the things that they're really known for is comfort while being super stylish. Unlike your typical Air Jordans and Dunks, which do provide some comfort, I definitely feel like these are a lot more comfortable due to the fact that they are technically runner shoes. So with the Kayano 14s, you guys can see that there is the gel right there on the midsole. And for the New Balances, the midsoles are an energy midsole, which is pretty common for this model here. For practical and daily use, I'll say I definitely have worn the 2002R more. This shoe right here, specific colorway, I brought to New Orleans and walked all over the city. And honestly, that generic saying, it felt like I was walking on clouds, is pretty true because my feet felt good the whole day. And as opposed to the Kayano 14s, which I haven't worn as much, but I have given them a good amount of wear these past 2 weeks, I'll say these are actually pretty comfortable as well. I do think if you are going to be standing on your foot all day, like going to an amusement park, walking around the city, you really can't go wrong with either shoe. But if I had to pick one shoe that was more comfortable than the other, I honestly would probably go with the 2002R. And honestly, I don't know if that's due to my foot shape or anything like that, but these just feel a little bit more comfortable to me. These aren't too bad, like I said, but the comfort isn't on the same level as the 2002Rs. The next thing I want to talk about is the materials used on the shoe. So clearly with ASICS and New Balances, the typical material that you're going to see, at least for both of these models, I want to say is like a suede, mesh, nubuck. Usually between those three, sometimes there might be leather, which is more common on the Kayano 14s. I don't think I've seen much leather on any of the 2002Rs. And honestly, if you were to ask me, I really feel like this might just be a toss-up, just because I feel like ASICS and New Balances are both really known to produce good quality sneakers. Like just having these two in hand, I want to say the suede, nubuck, overall construction of the shoes are honestly pretty similar for both shoes. And the third talking point I want to talk about is pricing. Again, with these runner shoes, which are kind of hype but not too hype, you can find them on StockX, Facebook, eBay, Grailed for practically retail, if not under retail. This pair right here I got for like $120, and this pair right here I got for like $100 after shipping and tax. So pretty similar price point for both. I do think that the 2002R is more readily available. Like I think you can go get them at Champs, Foot Locker, if I'm not mistaken, as opposed to the Kayano 14s, which are a little bit harder to find. I know if you look on StockX specifically for this oyster gray color in the Kayano 14s, they're going for like $230 to $400, but I think that price is completely skewed because more realistically, I do think this is a shoe that's probably honestly going to go for like $120 to $150, nothing too crazy. So I definitely say with the price point, it evens out as well, just because both shoes are extremely affordable. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about for both of the shoes is the styling aspect of them. So again, both shoes do have a very, very similar look to them, as you guys can see. Both provide like an athletic trainer runner shoe vibe. In my opinion, even though I do love the 2002R, I absolutely love how the Kayano 14 looks as well. I feel like it just looks a little bit different. You know, this isn't something you see all the time. Although I will say this shoe does look a little bit more athletic in my opinion and less lifestyle. But I honestly think that just really depends on the colorway you get, because there are a couple colorways of the 2002R that look pretty athletic and less lifestyle as well. The piece of advice I have for you guys is to pick a colorway that fits what you're wanting to use them for. For myself, I knew I wanted to use both of these shoes for casual wear, which is why I chose these very simple tonal colors. And next up, I'm gonna show you guys how both of these shoes look on feet. So I hope you guys enjoyed the on-foot look of both of these sneakers here. I know for myself, I've always loved that aspect of videos just because it gives me kind of like an idea of how to actually wear the shoe or not. And again, this was really supposed to be just a simple discussion video talking about the slight differences between the New Balance 2002R and the ASICS Kayano 14s. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys are rocking with the 2002R or the Kayano 14s. For myself, if I had to really pick one, because I absolutely love both, I'm honestly gonna give the slight edge to the New Balance 2002R. I don't know if it's just because this was like the first shoe that I really grasped onto and just bought a bunch of pairs, but this is one that I'm always going to be rocking with. And with that being said, that's going to wrap up the video. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.